Its scientific origins would still be played up. It was to belong in the study, a fitting environment, a domestic take on the laboratory, for your new device, your brand new ultra-modern gadget. It would sit with your neatly catalogued archive of views that you'd have begun collecting, all named and painstakingly ordered. It would have been a kind of virtual tourism, the mobilised virtual gaze. You could travel through time and space, across territories, colonies and empires, but without going out the door, seemingly without spending all of your money, or being exposed to the locals and running the risk of succumbing to a nasty virus, and without having to contend with the strange-sounding lingo. I'd ventured the term anti-travel travelogue, a type of heavily mediated reportage or documentary. They would often come with accompanying texts, knocked together by experts in whatever given field, and maps as well, where you'd be able to locate the actual coordinates of your disembodied position and your simulated view. They would have been the new realities, the new truths. You could own these souvenirs, memories of places you'd never been to, the stock of travelling salesmen. From the Keystone View Company, Underwood and Underwood Publishers, the collected views, the world in a box. You'd have a Benin sculpture at the Louvre, or a volcanic cloud demon, the battlefields of Gettysburg, station number 3 from the Stations of the Cross. A craze, a 3D craze.
No.
And after rendering the old chemical business obsolete, that the digital with all its given sophistication could fall for the same old tricks, a vacuum conjured through the convergence of these pixels, that their coordinates would be sneakily resolved into such unhinged spectacles, that vertiginous panoramic, the hallucinatory precision, uncanny places, at one term familiar, but then, and that airless feeling around objects. It suggests to me a space absorbed by an anoxic event, like the dead zones they find in seas. So there's a second or two between shots. You'll notice then that moving objects are registered differently to those that are static. In the instance of his shots, it may show up on the rare occasion of any workman happening onto the scene. They take on a kind of flickering spectral quality, a little phantasmagoria, a suspension of air and particles, cut off from the past, cut off from the future, suspended air and particles, you see. Distance causes problems for stereopsis, so an uncluttered view to the horizon, or a decent vista where you could comfortably roll out your reminiscences, no chance. It'd be more suited to those with a fear of the void. Strange, but if the horizon does appear, it feels like you could grab it with both hands and peer behind it. There's an implicit reliance on the thingness of the object, something in close proximity, something to seize, something to possess. Stereos, the Latin for solid. And that anatomical relationship, you engage with the device and then enter into a setting. You become detached from the exterior, become absorbed into this other world, a world in miniature, a delirium by my reckoning. Detached. It's quite personal then, individualised. Even if you're in the company of others, it'd still feel like some sort of a semi-secretive activity. Unsurprisingly, it became a favourite with pornographers. And Kafka was taken in, preferring the stereoscope to cinematography, the stillness of its reality, the haptic, tactile qualities which play on the senses. Smooth floor of the cathedrals at the tip of the tongue.
No.
That tactile quality, tangible, that'll be from tangere, I think, Latin again. They're almost like pop-ups in a child's picture book, hard-edged objects trying to isolate themselves in space, as if for the first time, as if to elicit a name, to find an order so that each thing can be known and expressed in all its parts. Though by my reckoning these images are amenable to that sort of caper, still they'll have to be held to account though.